Morning, George. Morning, George.
Good morning.
Morning, George. Good morning.
Hi, who's there?
So this is Ewan McNay. I'm your host. Hang on.
Hi.
And why am I
There.
echoing?
You're echoing.
This is Ewan McNay. I'm your host. Hang on.
Whoever that is speaking, you have a terrible echo. Jan, if you can hear me, I think 1 or 4 is going to be the most interesting to VUGRAPH, but I don't know for sure. Will you be having a cup of scone, cup of tea, lass? I'll be having some scones. So I'm going to assume we're live here, but I'm not 100% sure. Can somebody tell me? Oh, cool. We're live. This is George Jacobs bringing you the USBF round of 8. And I was hoping for Larry Cohen to show up, but apparently we've had a little communication issue. So while Larry gets there, I'll just help you out by myself. And so on board 1, we have the nickel match versus the goo, nickel team versus goo. So Weinstein and Levitt are north-south in the open room on the left. And Walter Lee and John Goo are the north-south pair in the open closed room on the right. And you have Adam Wildowski playing with Chris Compton, a very peculiar partnership, and Hampson and Greco, a very established partnership. On the left, it's gone past a club by Compton, a diamond overcall, a no trump, apparently showing the majors, because that's what he has. And then 4 diamonds preemptive. So it looks like East-West has a very solid 4-spade game if they can get to it. They're actually pretty close to a slam, but 4 spades is plenty. So there's been a lot of action in between. I think they're even safe at the 5 level because the hearts lie very nicely for them, as do the clubs. In the other room, it's open 2 diamonds by East, which is precision. And that means they have a 3 suited hand, less than an opening strong club with short diamonds. And if you look at his hand, he's got 9, 10, 11, 15 with short diamonds. Perfect for a 2 diamond opener. So 2 no trump on the by Hampson is an inquiry. When 2 diamonds double, because his hand has diamonds. So 2 no trump is an inquiry, and he's going to tell him what he has. He's going to probably show exactly 4, 4, 4, 1 with a maximum. And at that point, West has an easy bid of 4 spades. Coming back to this table, East bid 4 spades. It's gone all past. 3 diamonds showed something which I'm going to guess is a maximum with 4, 4, 4, 1. And West will bid 4 spades, and that'll conclude the auction. So this is going to be kind of a boring first auction, except that it'll be played by different sides. In the open room, it's played by East, and in the closed room, it's played by West. A diamond will be led at either table, and I don't think it makes a bit of difference. If they lead the King of Hearts or the King of Clubs, they set up a useless pitch for the King of Clubs. If they lead the King of Hearts, that's also useless. So a diamond was led in the open room, and now we're anxiously waiting to see what Jeff Hampson bids in the closed room. But I strongly suspect that it will be 4 spades. He has 5, 9, 10, 11, and a 5-card suit, and the most his partner can have is 15. And he knows he has short diamonds, and he better get moving here before they give him a barrage of diamonds. So there's nothing much to play here. For some reason, Compton is starting the hearts before drawing trump. I guess he figures he can take 1 finesse and then come back to his hand, draw the trump, and then take another finesse if needed. But this one worked. They covered him. Now he'll draw the trump, and he'll play hearts, and it'll go Queen of Hearts and a heart back, and he'll play a club. And he's trying to get them to be end played in club and have to play clubs at the end. And that could very well work. He can duck the club. If they cover, he can duck it. Or once they cover, he could just claim. He's just looking to get 1 club loser. In the open room, they're fooling around. Hampson has bid 4 diamonds, which says, show me your majors, because for some reason, they must not know that he's exactly 4, 4, 4, 1. And he showed them now that he's 4, 4, 4, 1. So he's, 4 diamonds is a puppet to sign off in any suit. So 4 hearts was accepting the puppet, and 4 spades said, I'm signing off with 4 spades. All right, so all they did was take a little extra time to do this. In the open room, Chris is now leading a heart. Levin should jump up with the queen and get out with a heart and wait to get his club trick. And there's no way he could get 2 club tricks. You'd have to be kind of a buffoon to play the suit in the way that Levin would get 2 club tricks. All righty, so East has graciously claimed 11 tricks. They lost the heart and a club. They made 4 spades. And on to board 2. Oh, a very bad thing has just happened here, or maybe a very good thing. Walter Lee has doubled 4 spades. He's looking at king, queen, third, king, queen, third, king, fifth. And so his partner, who has a Yarborough, but with 6 diamonds, he's heard it go 2 diamonds double. Hopefully, for him, will bid 5 diamonds, but he didn't. So what we have here is a disaster early for the GU team, as they've doubled an unstoppable 4 spades, and they are going to make 5, just like they did at the other table. They're picking up the heart suit for them immediately. There will be a little concern about a ruff, so it's more likely that Hampson will draw the trump right away to preclude any ruff. But they're going to make the same 11 tricks, and they're going to gain a bunch of M's for this. I'm not 100% sure that Walter Lee, with his simple opening hand and no aces, really had a double like that without his partner having supported diamonds. But I think his partner should never have sat the double. It was a pretty good pair. They've got a pretty good system, and Jangu should have pulled this to 5 diamonds. The carnage wouldn't have been so terrible there. Still bad, but not terrible. All right, on the left side, you have the open room bidding board 2. It's gone 1 spade by Compton, 2 diamonds, game forcing by Adam. It's gone 2 spades. I have, usually that shows 6 spades, but not always. So we'll find out if that did. 2 no trump, just a natural bid. He doesn't want to repeat those ugly diamonds. To keep room open for a slam, Compton should bid 3 hearts and say, hey, I've got long rebiddable spades and I have 4 hearts. So I suspect that's what he will do over 2 no trump to keep hearts in play as well. And oh, he just jumped to 4 spades. Okay. He's opened kind of a soft hand, and his partner has diamonds, so he didn't want to get involved with a hand where he had his void opposite his partner's diamonds. And he knows his partner has at least a spade or 2. So we're in another 4 spade contract. They have no spade losers. They have no heart losers. Well, they might have a heart loser. I don't think they can ruff it. They lose 2 clubs, and they can set up the jack of clubs to pitch the 4th heart if they have time to do that. And I think they will. So they will lose 2 clubs and make 5. Back at the ranch on table 2, we have them struggling along. This hand is going to take longer than normal because they're doubled. And Walter Lee is just simply, he ducked a heart. He knows he's still going to get one, but it's ugly, and he knows it's ugly. So he's wishing he hadn't doubled right now. All right, that hand went swimmingly well for East-West, and all they're doing is bidding normal games. Greco has claimed 11 tricks, but in his case, they were doubled. Oh, the double has gone away now. I see. We have maybe a VUGRAPH error. The double went away on the closed room, and it's a push at 450. Sorry, I didn't know the double had gone back. You get one mulligan on the first board, so they were able to take the double back just on the first board. It's like in golf, the first hole, you get to take a shot over. So that worked out very well by getting the double back. All righty, push on the first board. Second board should also be a push at 4 spades, but we will see. You never know. Board 3 on the left, we have kind of a flat nothing by both sides. So it looks to be an east-west hand. They don't really have a very good fit anywhere. They have a 4-3 heart fit and a 5-2 club fit and 5-1 diamonds. Maybe no trump, perhaps. So opening bid is a diamond. Passed by Weinstein. Wodowski will, or Compton will make a game forcing bid of 2 clubs or a heart, either one. I think he'll bid 2 clubs first and then come back and bid hearts later. And in the closed room, they just opened 4 spades. No fancy, cool bidding on their part. They just opened 4 spades. Let's just bid what we can make. So where they bid a spade, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, 2 no trump, 4 spades at the other room, Greco just opened 4 spades. He says, why do I need to bother going through all this silliness? All righty, and they're doing us a favor by catching that board up. It's better when they're not too far behind, because I'll have 0 chance of remembering what's going on a board from now. All righty, so in the open room, it's gone as expected: a diamond, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and now 2 hearts, because there could still be a 4-4 heart fit. This is tricky here. It's going to be hard for Adam Wodowski to bid 2 no trump with a very partial spade stopper, but he might bid 2 spades, 4th suit, asking for, showing maybe a partial stopper and asking for some help from the other side. Compton, who has probably a stopper and a half with king 10-8 of spades, has a nice, easy 2 no bid. And there's no reason to bid 3 no here, because you could still be looking at a slam. Both the hands are unlimited because they're in a game force. So I would bid 2 no, and then Adam will have an easy 3 no. So they'll get the 3 no here. On the other hand, we have the scientific people here. They'll just open 3 no. All righty, 2 diamonds was what here? 2 diamonds showed 5+ diamonds when he rebid diamonds. All righty, a diamond opening is less than a strong club, so he's got 15 and 2+ diamonds. 1 heart is natural, 1 no trump is natural, and I think you'll just hear 3 no trump. Maybe he'll bid clubs first to try and stay away from a 2-1 diamond fit. That's certainly a possibility. All right, Bobby Levin has taken the bait, and he has led a spade, knowing that that's their weakest suit. Should go spade to the ace and a spade back. Compton will duck, but I believe Levin's going to be out of the picture as far as, maybe not. If he can get in, let's see. No, neither of the suits is exactly easy to set up. They could set up clubs with a loser, but they want to not lose this club to south. And they could set up diamonds for 2 losers, so he will have to go after clubs. The 9 of spades will come back here. It'll go 10 queen, and then 11 will clear the suit, and he will show what he has. So he'll probably return the 7 of spades to say, I've got a diamond entry. So it'll go 9, 10, queen here. In the other room, they're still bidding his hand. It's got a diamond, a heart, a no trump. I suspect that Greco will bid 2 clubs, but I can't swear to it. And now suit preference comes into play here on the left in the open room. Levin should return the 7 of spades to say to his partner, well, there's 3 suits out, so maybe he'll return the 5 of spades. He doesn't want to show a heart card. He did return the 7. So he'll just hope that his partner can work it out. There's no suit they can really run that'll give him pitching problems. So Declarer will have to go after probably the clubs first, or maybe knock out the ace of hearts. He's got 1 trick in the bank. He's got 3 heart tricks is 4, 2 clubs and 2 diamonds is 8. So he really just needs a 4th club, a 3rd club. So that's the suit that he'll go after. But first he will put a little pressure on them by cashing the 4th heart. Then each of them will have to make a pitch. And from that, he'll glean some information. So, and will they have enough tricks to cash if they get him with a club? I don't think so. So the declarer will have 3 clubs, 3 hearts, a spade, and 2 diamonds. And the defense will have 3 spades and the ace of hearts and whatever they get in with. So I think the defense will prevail here unless Levin has to hang on to his jack of clubs. It's a hard one. Levin looks like he has to protect the diamonds, but in reality, he has to protect the clubs. So somehow Weinstein has to get the message to Levin that he's going to protect the diamonds and that Levin should protect the clubs because Levin needs the entry to cash the spade. Oh, I wish Larry was here. I'm really analyzing the hell out of this one. All right, at table 2, Larry, oh, you missed the greatest analysis ever. Oh, it's like I was you for a minute.
I thought I had the time wrong. Sorry, George. I left you all alone.
Oh, no worries. Larry had to walk his dog. He's got a wonderful German Shepherd that demands to go out at a certain time.
Don't believe, George, you're so full of it. What did I miss? We're on board 3?
Yes, the first 2 were pushes. They got a mulligan on the first one where they doubled and they got to take it back. I explained to the audience that you get a mulligan on board 1. And here we are now on board 3 on the left, where they're in 3 no trump, and in board 3 on the right, they're also in 3 no trump. With a spade lead, it's going to be really tricky, Larry. So on the left, Weinstein is debating winning the ace of hearts. It's just irrelevant. It just gives us longer to talk. And Levin has to get in on this hand in order to cash the 4th spade to beat the contract. He may think that he has to hold the diamonds, but in reality, he has to hold the clubs because they can prevent him unless he puts up the 10 of diamonds when they lead a diamond. But it's the clubs he's playing here. Oh, I don't like this play. I think he should have knocked out the heart before he did anything else so they could play the 4th heart and squeeze them. Well, now they get 3 spades and a club and a heart. I don't think he has enough tricks now. He got a spade and a heart, and something terrible is just happening to my screen. Does your screen collapse just now?
Yes.
All right. Ewan, can you help us? There we are. That's much better now. All right. So I don't like this play at all. I think Compton had to cash 4 hearts, had to knock out the ace of hearts and cash 4 hearts to make a pitch. Because now they just, and Weinstein just made an alarm clock play. He pitched the queen of clubs, said, hey, pay attention here. I got the ace of hearts. And that's the setting trick. Poorly played. You can't see all the cards. I understand that. But I think that hand was poorly played by Compton. I think you must knock out the hearts because your 4th heart would have caused terrible, terrible pitching problems for the defenders. All right, down 1. Let's see on the other hand if they do better with Hampson and Greco. Spade to the, oh, they've already done better. It was played from the other side. So low spade to the queen. Now it should go low spade back to the ace and the 9 of spades back, and they'll be in the same virtual position. But now they're looking at the ace, king, 10, 5th of clubs and dummy. And now I think it makes a huge difference. So they know that the declarer has real diamonds this time. This should be interesting. Take a little longer, but Lee is thinking he has no other play but to return a spade here and hope to get in later. All righty. Oh, interesting hand for the South. He's got 8 solid hearts. Is it 9? 9 solid spades. So this is simply a question of how do you bid this hand? Larry, do you walk the dog? Do you open strong, weak, light?
What is it with dogs? So far, the only thing I've heard you talk about are well, I don't even have a dog.
Because all right, there was a rough.
All right. So the dealer, West pass, North pass, East 1 heart, and I would just bid 4 spades. Very normal. I can't imagine anything else. You know, more than you might normally have, but I can't imagine Levin would do anything other than 4 spades. And West, I don't think has enough to bid after a 3rd seed opener. So, and I don't think East is going to come back in with a double facing a passed hand. So I think everyone will
Well,
pass.
look what happens if West does make a takeout double. You know, they do have a 9-card diamond fit with a split. They do have clubs with the king on side and lose a heart. They would lose a heart, a spade, and conceivably a club. It's a pretty good sacrifice there, but red.
Yeah, the defense could get a rough. Speaking of all your dogs, I mean, if they don't get a rough, I could see 5 diamonds making, right? You just lose a spade and a heart.
Yeah, yeah. And now we have 4 spades will just make because you got 9 spades and the ace of hearts. I believe this will be a claimer. He might lead a low club off the dummy. He might get to the dummy, lead a low club off. He can't get back there anyway. So
Well, he can get back there, but with the
Nah.
10 of spades, but East isn't going to have a problem on the low club off the dummy. So yeah,
Right.
but I think declarer will lead a low club trying for the over trick. You know, sometimes East goes up with the ace.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
East has only the ace and doesn't have the queen, and he thinks he's trying to steal.
Right. So it's worth the try.
Yeah, it's the automatic play to try it anyway. Ips or imps. All right.
Yeah, now he'll just claim 10 chicks. Okay. So your 3-note trump, which I'm slowly getting to look at now. I see your point that if he leads another heart, they might get the discarding wrong. On the other hand, he just played for the queen jack of clubs on side or some sort of I don't know if he could read if the 4th spade was with the ace of hearts. Maybe that was an issue.
In this case, Larry, because they're playing it from the other side, North led a 3-card spade suit. He may think that it was safe to take the club finesse here because he might have thought that North had the 4 spades instead of South. At the other table, South led a spade. So here,
yeah, although, yeah, I didn't analyze the bidding. It might have called for a spade lead, but yeah, I see your point of trying to cast the 4th heart is perhaps a better play than playing on the club, but it's one of those.
And by the way, here's the same wake up play that the alarm clock signal. He pitched the queen of clubs and it didn't help. He just ignored it.
Well,
So-
but he's a chick short, isn't he?
Yeah, they're still going to beat it a trick. It'll be another push.
I don't think it was, I think it was just clarifying the club suit. Maybe they play upside down attitude and he didn't have a way to say he liked hearts with ace 10 8, no low cards, no odd cards if they play odd even.
By the way, there's something very, very, very unusual about this match so far. And Larry, if I tell you that it's the dog that didn't bark in the night, would you have an idea what I was talking about here?
Too many dogs, but does that mean no imps have scored yet?
No, there's no nickel and cats. They, for 100 years, as long as they played together, they play the first set. And that is, they've never not played the first set. They play the first 2, then they sit out the next 2. They play the first 2, they sit out the next 2. There's no nickel and cats playing in this first set. To me, that's shocking.
You're right. That is unusual, although I find that by them, when a pair who's only playing 2 sets can play 2 and 3, it gives the other pairs more of a rest in between as opposed to having to play 3 in a row. But there must be some other reason for that.
But this is their pattern for years.
Right.
So I'm very, very surprised. Maybe one of them had a business meeting. Maybe one of them has a tummy ache. You know, I could call Ralph and ask him. I mean, inquiring minds need to know. So I'll ask Ralph why they're not playing.
On the left, you see Levin and Weinstein using what they swear is a wonderful convention. I don't agree with them. Yeah, they love and swear by Flannery. I prefer to have a weak 2 diamonds, but I understand the arguments both ways. So North's opening 2 diamond bids artificial. It shows about 11 to 15 with 5 hearts and 4 spades. That's the Flannery convention invented by Flannery.
They're allowed to have 6 hearts upon occasion, but generally 5 hearts, 4 spades.
All right. West comes in with a natural 2-0 overcall, and East will get their side to game. I don't think he'll look for a major suit fit, given the Flannery opening, so I think East will just bid 3-0. And I think North will sneak attack with the club suit. And the
Yeah,
defense has 5 tricks.
They definitely have a surprise lead here coming.
Of course, declare can't make 3-0 anyway. It doesn't matter what the lead is. Five diamonds east-west is not a terrible contract. 4 spades is actually probably the best of all.
There's 2 spades and a club, sure. And no
Well,
roughs.
there's a little bit of handling. There's your dog reference again, a rough. Given the actual layout, 4 spades has some issues.
Here we go, Larry. Oh, can George predict them? So this in the closed room, it's gone a heart, 4 spades, like we saw, and it has gone double. Hampson and Greco, they just are on a different planet than the rest of us. So it's
That's a
gone
pretty
double.
aggressive. Yeah, it's an aggressive double. Let me say this, George. East is going to take it out because it's not a penalty double. I had a rule over the years. Marty Bergen told me this, and I've observed it, that when my opponent's vulnerable and overcalls 4 of a major, they have it. I mean, it's often better not to defend. I've done very well with that rule, not defending a vulnerable 4 of a major overcall. And here's a perfect example.
I like it.
Yeah, East-West have won the battle now because they're going to play. They might force South into 5 spades, but that's down.
And so does he just bid 5 diamonds, or does he bid 4 no trump asking, or what does he do here, Larry?
Well, I think he's going to take it out with a singleton in spades, and I think he might bid 4-0, just pick a minor. Let's see, we got a note here. This board's flat in the other matches.
Well, it won't be flat here.
From Ewan, thank you. Hope I pronounced that right. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a pickup for the Nichols. Oh, board 3. Okay.
By the way, Larry, we have to pronounce it. It's Ewan, and we have to use a Scottish accent. So will you be?
I can say Ewan.
It sounds like something out of Star Wars, doesn't it, Ewan? So will you be having some scones, lassie?
He's muted, and George, you're the one who told me that to speak Scottish, you sound like a potato salesman with his mouth full of sample. I remember that quote from you.
Well, that wasn't exactly the quote, but it was very, very similar to that.
All right, so the sneak attack against 3-0, club lead made Levin happy. I mean, usually when you have that south hand, your partner leads away from one of his major suit honors, and I'm sure Levin was very happy to get the ace of clubs lead.
And he's led the 7 of clubs as saying, I want the higher suit return, not the lower suit. Like you said, it doesn't matter. They don't have enough tricks, but still, it's nice to have methods. So he's gonna return a spade, and they're gonna be down 1.
Yeah, now without the Flannery opening, I'm wondering at the other table, North would open a heart. Perhaps East-West will reach 4 spades, 1 spade overcall. They have a chance of reaching 4 spades. That's probably an odd even 5 of spades there.
And that's a makeable game, we decided, right?
Well, we decided it's touch and go.
Well, even if they get a diamond rough, he's roughing with a natural trick. They get 2 spade tricks no matter what. And if he gets a rough, it's a roughing with a natural. He can force out now and only lose 1 more spade. And
yeah, it just looks like there could be some handling though, like they lead clubs, they tap the long hand. I'm not ready to say that 4 spades make. So Ewan has told us that on board 4, which is on the right side of the screen, at the other tables, this board's being played at more than 1 table since they're playing the same boards. Everyone was in just 4 spades, probably 1 heart, 4 spades, all pass. So this is Jeff Hampson was the only one who made that very aggressive double, which probably, I think that's winning action with the king and partner suit, 5-5. I like it.
I agree. This is why I suggested that we should do it on the other table. I like it too, even though, bear in mind, you're vulnerable. So there is some risk, but You know, he
Well, and
knows
also,
partner. He
yeah,
knows
your
partner's
partner,
also short in spades, so there's likely that there's a fit. Maybe partner has 6 or 7 hearts and he can rebid hearts. So he
right,
did
partner
bid
was
4
in
no
third
trump.
seat. George, partner was in third seat. That scares me a little. Sometimes we open kind of light in third. And so they're
I
going to
can
end up in
imagine.
clubs now. It's going to go 4-5 clubs double.
Well, then they can pull it to diamonds. Now, the trick is to not double here. That's the winning action, is to not
Well, but
double.
he's going to double, isn't he? Well, yeah.
But I'm just telling you, if
Right.
you don't double, you win. If you
But how can you
double,
not double? How can you not double? Your partner been a vulnerable 4 spades, and for all you know, he's got diamonds on the side, and these guys are going down 1100. I can't see not doubling. But yes,
that was the
I don't
winning
even
action.
know if this is going to chase them. I
It
think
will
it'll
chase-
chase them.
no, it
Yeah,
will
it'll chase
chase them.
Hampson. Right, it'll chase Hampson.
Or Greco. Greco only has 3 clubs and 4 diamonds, and Hampson showed both suits.
Now, if 5 diamonds is played from the west seat, well, they're not gonna. Well, yeah, I think on this auction he might lead a club. Now they can beat it too. Club rough, hard over, club rough, and a spade. So 5 diamonds from west would be 500. I think he's going to bid 5 diamonds now. Let's try the other seat.
Or redouble.
No,
Oh
no.
my goodness. All right. Well,
All right.
they won the battle and they lost the war.
Well, this isn't going to be that bad, is it? They'll lose a spade, a heart, and 2. I think they'll get out for 500.
500 against 620. Okay, that's not bad at all. You're sure that's all it's going to be? Yeah, all the clubs are poorly placed.
Well, I think they're going to lose 2 aces and 2 club tricks. But boy, they missed out on what would have been much better, of course, 5 diamonds, which might even make. Okay, on the
That
left
was
side,
interesting. All right.
yeah, on the left side, we see a Michael's bid, and West has 9 scattered points. Not clear what he should do here. 1 diamond, 2 diamonds. Most people play double as penalty oriented. He passed. North chose spades, and East has enough to bid again. I think East is going to double now.
I would think so. And then,
And West is stuck.
well, West has to bid 3 spades and get East has to bid 3 no, or maybe West has to bid 3 hearts to show a heart stopper, and East bids 3 no. That's how they get to there. Does it make? So they lose no diamonds. They lose a club.
George,
Yeah.
George, you're going to drive me crazy if you count losers in 3 no. Can we count winners, please, the way we teach it and write it?
I didn't get to that chapter yet.
Yeah, but you're in 3 no. Don't you got to tell me what they're going to win?
All right, I'll try. All right, it's gone double here. I think it should go. It'll go past myself. I think it should go 3 hearts by West, which can't be anything but a stopper. It can't be natural. He doesn't want to bid either of his minors, and he can't yet bid no trump himself because that could be a disaster. I think he's got to bid 3 hearts. So I'm alive here, partner. I've got a heart stopper or 2.
I think that's a good master solver's question, George, because he could even bid no trump, I suppose, but I don't think he will.
And I think a lot of people in national solvers would mention no trump, but I don't think they would bid it, or they would talk about what they would bid at the table versus what they would do here.
I'm going to write this down. Doing this commentary gets me a lot of material for my articles and my writing and my teaching. I used to, when I played, I'd get a lot of material. Now that I don't play, I need to do this more often so I can get material.
Okay, well, we'll just wait for you to do that.
Okay, I wrote it down.
5 clubs doubled, and they're going to put in the 9 of clubs here. Surprise. I might have actually given them a rough stuff on the spades.
Yeah, although nothing would matter because North would be out of spades, and this is a pretty straightforward losing the 2 club tricks and the 2 aces.
Take a look though. If you gave them a rough stuff, isn't it possible they would have generated another club trick for North?
No,
No.
because they could trump in the long hand and play a club to the 9, and I mean, he's just gonna take
Okay.
all those winners. He's gonna have just 9 winners. I shouldn't
Thought
count
that might
winners
have
in a
set
sit
up,
contract.
promoted the 8 then. All righty. So we're waiting for Wadowski to bid. And I think he's gonna bid 3. Okay, I thought 3 hearts, he bid 3 spades. He must intend that as asking for a spade stopper. What do you think, Larry? Wouldn't this, I thought it would be automatic to bid 3 hearts, but he's bid 3 spades.
Yeah, I understand your reasoning for 3 hearts. 3, I would look at 3 spades as just forcing, and you know, your
All right,
partner's
it
gonna
worked.
bid,
It worked since he got his partner to bid 3 no trump. So,
Now, do you think Levin's? I think Levin's going to lead a heart anyway.
oh
even
yeah,
though his partner
100%.
doubled, even though his partner doubled 3 spades.
100%. He's gonna leave a heart.
Not that it's going to matter. This is a very boring 3-0. Declare's going to lead. Oh,
Well,
George, remember our discussion on Monday? Do you lead the queen of diamonds or the 9 of diamonds or the 8 of diamonds from
Oh, you
dummy?
lead
I
the-
know,
you
I
lead-
know you
no,
think
no.
this is important
The eight is silly because they're looking at, in this case, you lead the 9 of diamonds. This is a 9 lead.
because
Because
don't you
just
lead the
wanna-
queen to see if they cover, and if they don't cover, you
No, no,
drop.
no. You lead the 9 here because you get to underplay it in your hand, and then you still have the queen to lead through them. Just stick with me, Larry. You know, I'm writing a book on what to lead between the queen and the 9.
Well,
The 8
there
is-
are
the 8 is-
situations
salty.
where if East has only 4 of them, ace, jack,
Yes.
10, 7, then you do have to lead the 9. So if there's an entry issue, so you can stay in the dummy. But
Yes.
since East can underplay the queen with the 3 and then run the 9, there's no need for that fancy play of the 9 when you have 5 of them.
You're correct. There are 2 underplays that are available in the West East hand, so that this hand, it doesn't matter. So it's a question of style. Do you want to say to him, hey, I want you to cover, or I want you to not cover? You could lead the queen here. That's fine. So you're going to pick up many, many tricks here.
Yeah, after they run the diamonds, they'll safely be able to play clubs and make 10 tricks, presumably.
They
5,
don't
6,
even, they
7,
don't
8,
even
9, 10
need
tricks.
to. They can just lead a club toward the queen. He doesn't even need to take the club finesse.
Well, 10 tricks, sort of a normal 630.
You suppose Weinstein double just for noise, just to, because he certainly doesn't really want a spade lead. Doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's got the queen 10, and if he doesn't double, maybe his partner would be more inclined to lead a heart. So I like the double.
Well, he's
I
already
like to
played
help.
2 spades versus 2 hearts, but all right.
Yeah, but you could have 2 little, 2, one little. I like to help partner and lead whenever I can.
Weinstein refuses to give up that king of diamonds.
Okay, so on the right side of the screen, we see without the Flannery opening.
By the way,
There
he
is-
kept himself in dummy, Larry, so he could take the club finesse. He says, why not take a free one while I have it? That's why Weinstein didn't play the king, because he kept hoping that he would wind up in his hand. But he stayed in dummy so he could take a free club finesse, which he's gonna lose. And then
So
those games
on-
are 2 hearts.
On the right side, East did overcall spades, West cubed, and now over 2 spades. 2 no sounds not forcing, and I think East is going to pass. So I think they're going to stop in 2 no.
Heart of spade, 2 hearts, 2 spades. Yeah, they're in 2 no. Well, that's a winning bid again. Because in the other room, they played 2 no, and that's all they could make.
They played 3 no in the other room, right?
3 no,
So,
and they went down 1 is what I meant. Yes.
4, 5, 6. So yeah, so they're going to make 120. That's going to be 6 imps to nickel. Certainly, nickel is a big favorite in this match, but
Well, they're gonna make 3 now, I think. Look at the opening lead. They've given them an extra heart trick. Is that
yeah, but they still
5,
have to
6,
let them
7,
in.
8? They'd have to steal. Why do you suppose against 3 no that he didn't lead a club?
There was only 2, it was only 2 no. Look at this,
2
George.
no.
They're going to pick up the diamond suit now. They're going to take 5 diamonds and 3 hearts for 8. They're going to take the first 8 tricks in the red suits. That's how they're going to make it. It turns out they could knock out the ace of spades because clubs are 4-4, but Declarer doesn't know clubs are 4-4. But now when he sees diamonds are 5-0, he can pick them up.
Yeah. In the Levine Fleischer match, Levine picked up 11 for bidding 3 no trump when Fleischer stopped in 3 diamonds. And that match is almost tied. Thank you for that. On board 7 is a new board. Diamond opening by a natural diamond opening by Wildowski. Pass.
So George,
Yes.
you're having trouble pronouncing Wildowski. Now I agree with you. Remember the other day we talked about opening 2 clubs and you wanted to open 1 spade. I wanted to open 2 clubs. Well,
Yeah.
this West hand, which does have a lot of high card points, 23. I'm okay with 1 diamond on that one, because if you open 2 clubs and then bid diamonds, it's hard to describe it. So I'm with you this time with the 1
Thank you.
diamond.
I appreciate that. It
It can
doesn't have any
happen.
redeeming values. It's a strong hand, but it's not a 2 club opener. You really have to have a great hand to open 2 clubs. A 1 suitor
Okay.
or too many points.
And
now
so
we can
here's
jump-
the jump shift game forcing. East makes a very nice bid, I think. 3 diamonds. We call that a false preference. You want to explain that, George, or do you want me to?
Yes, a false preference is when you have less cards in your first suit than you do in the second suit of declarer, but you preference that suit anyway because it was the partner's opening suit. So here he only has 2 diamonds and 3 clubs, but it seems like his partner should have longer diamonds and clubs. That's a false preference.
Well explained. And they reached the very proper 4-heart contract, although it turns out 3 no it's lucky that they happen to have spade stop, but they wouldn't know that. So
Whoa,
getting
whoa,
to
whoa. What about
6 hearts.
There's some play here for 6 hearts.
Yeah, 6 hearts is actually 6 hearts is quite reasonable. It starts with hearts coming in and then there's some handling.
Well,
But it's pretty good. 6 hearts is sort of on the hearts, because you can trump a spade in the shorthand and
yeah, but let's say you get a club opening lead.
that's annoying.
I think that would defeat 6 hearts because
Yeah, that a club lead is very annoying because you want to throw your clubs on the diamonds, and if they lead a club, you don't have the chance. I wasn't watching, but did they take their 8 red suit tricks and 2 no? They probably did on the board 5 at the other table.
I don't remember where we looked for the scores. Somewhere there's scores here.
Thank you. You want a 6 hearts made on the club 5 lead. Wow.
I would like to know what the play was on that.
Well, let's see. They go up with they have the first 11 tricks. Oh yeah. It is a make, George. You win the ace of clubs, you draw a trump, and you play 5 rounds of diamonds, throwing all your spades, and then you give up the king of clubs.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, so it's actually just on, as long as hearts come in, you have 12 tricks.
So you don't need to rough a spade. That's
right. You just need the hearts. Yeah, you don't need a spade rough. You have 10 tricks in the red suits and 2 club tricks. Beautiful.
I want to know how they bid it. Do you mind getting me the bidding on 6 hearts, please? That's interesting.
Maybe it was the same start and East and West made one more move.
All right, here's an interesting take. Let me explain what's going on in the open room where the 5-5 hand, the Michaels hand, was bid before. 1 club by Greco is a strong artificial club showing 15 or more any distribution, 16 or more any distribution. And 2 hearts is actually Michaels here. Over a strong club, a lot of people play that 2 hearts is a weak Michaels bid and the 3 clubs would be a strong Michaels bid, because 2 hearts could be passed, and if you can't afford to be passed in it, you just, or it could just be a weak 2 bid that he's chosen to pick. Regardless, they've reached 3 no trump as well.
Yeah, Ewan gave us the auction, and to get to 6 hearts, it was the exact same auction we saw, the auction that was on the screen on the top left.
Right.
But then West made a move over 4 hearts, which is reasonable.
Diamond, heart, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds.
3 hearts, 4 hearts, and then West made a move.
Hearts.
Yeah.
Okay, he bid 4 spades, key card. It looks like.
Yeah.
5 clubs, 6 hearts. Okay.
Yeah, reasonable auction. And We're going to see that bid. UN. I got to get it right.
Ewan.
Yeah. No, he said UN.
UN, yes.
It's Ewan, as in Ewan Craig McNay, but no worries.
Ewan. Yeah, Ewan. That's how I would have
I told
pronounced
him-
it. Like Ewan
I told him we were gonna
McGregor.
change his name to Bob. But
Yeah, no, Ewan McGregor. All right, Ewan. Yeah, that's how I would
Ewan.
pronounce it. Ewan. That's normal pronunciation. That's what I would have said.
Normal, yes, Larry.
Yes, that's normal. We backwards American, ugly Americans here can't understand how to pronounce
Well,
a simple name.
Floridians
It's like
among us.
Bob. It's like Bob in Scotland. He
I
used
said we
common
were gonna
name.
call him Bob.
All right. Anyway, on board 7, we're going to have a big club auction by Hampson Greco, and I expect they will get to 6 hearts.
I do too. It'll be fun to watch that. So interesting so far. Nichols up 8-0. I'm sure Katz and Nichols sitting out there hoping to be up 100, but they'll gain some more. I'm sure they'll get to 6 hearts and gain a lot more. All right.
Yeah, and we're George, I wasn't here for the beginning, but we're watching on the nickel team definitely two of the top 5 pairs in the country. If you ask them, it might be 2 of the top 2. But we have 2 really good long-time partnerships here. It's 2 of the best there are.
Totally agree. And I'm gonna say something here that I've thought for a long time that Hampson and Greco are much more suited for pairs. I've watched them for years and years and years come to the brink and then fail in team games. They've certainly won some, and they will win more playing on this team. But I believe that their methods are much more suited for pairs than for teams.
People said that about Berkowitz and Cohen.
What did you think about that?
I
when
didn't
they
like
said
it.
that?
I didn't agree, and I didn't like it. Okay, so on the right is going to be a boring 3-0, which we've already seen. So let's focus on the left here, which looks like a boring 1-0. They missed their spade fit. Oh yeah, George, that's an interesting topic. I'm going to ask your opinion. West opened a club on the left side of the screen, and East bid a heart. Now, for years, the way I learned it, the way I've done it, the way I teach it, the way I write it is I would rebid 1 spade up the line, because when my partner responds a heart, he could easily have the 4-4 in the majors here. And when you rebid a no trump, you miss the 4-4 fit, like here. Whereas I see a trend where more and more experts are eschewing, if that's the word, the 4-card spades, eschewing, and rebidding
no.
eschewing. I just learned how to say UN, leave me alone. So 1-0 rebid, and they're missing the 4-4 spade fit because they claim it's better to show the hand type, and I don't agree with them. What are you going to say?
I'm with you, Larry. This is a terrible thing, and this is why.
This is an example of when it's wrong, but they're telling me that if you bid a spade, a minor or heart of spade, you could have anything. And if you rebid a no trump, it tells your hand type right away, and that's more important. But they missed the 4-4 spade fit. It's a theory thing.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I like to bid a spade. I certainly play with partnerships where it's called the Walsh style, where you
well, no, you're talking about a club of diamond. When it goes a club of diamond, different issue. When it goes a club of diamond, I'm fine with 1-0 because my partner won't have a 4-card major. But
hey, Larry, I'm going to do something people have been begging for years. I'm going to mute myself for a minute.
Oh no! Well, while George is mute, over a club, a diamond, I would hide a 4-card major and bid 1-0 with a balanced hand, because my partner won't have a 4-card major, and if he does, he's bidding again. He's got a big hand. But when it goes a minor or a heart, my partner could have this hand: 4 spades, 4 hearts, and then if I rebid a no trump, we're going to miss our 4-4 spade fit. So I'm old school. I would have, over a diamond, a heart, I bid a 4-card spade. And I guess we'll see Hampson and Greco are going to start the same way, a diamond, a heart, when they get to this board 8. So we'll see what their philosophy is. Although it's a little different because their diamond could be short. But I am interested to see board 7 in a moment on the right side of the screen. They're going to start with a strong club, and I'm going to see if they could reach the nice 6-heart contract. And
All right,
I
I'm
think
back.
they will.
So they just finished, they're finishing the dog of a contract on the open room.
That's the 4th dog reference.
Oh, maybe they're gonna get even worse if he takes the spade for this year.
Yeah, while you were, let's see, only one pair. Thank you, Ewan. Only one pair has reached 6-heart so far.
And it was
But I think-
Woodridge Granger. That's a strange partnership. I don't know if they've ever played together before.
I think they've been playing. They're on the Leibowitz team, playing against Simpson.
Well, David Granger has certainly stepped up in class. He was sort of a, what I would call a middle line pro for a while, and now he's graduated to, I see, he's new to the Leibowitz team because Bildy and Mandela are not eligible, they're foreigners, I see. But he has stepped up and started to play in some really important events. But he usually plays with somebody else, well, with Roger Lee. And Woodridge almost always plays with one of his contemporary juniors. He came up with the junior
I
ranks.
don't.
I
So
don't
this
think
is
a normal partnership.
this on the right side. I was looking forward to the strong club auction, but I have to tell you from experience that West hand is not ideal for a strong club auction over a club, a diamond, 0 to 7. West does not really have a good auction here. The way we played, and I don't know if it's the way they play. 2 diamonds would be natural and non-forcing. I don't quite know all their methods. Maybe Ewan, I don't know if Ewan has that there. What Hampson's rebids are now after the strong club. No, he doesn't have them. 2-0 is possible, just to treat this as a balanced hand.
What would you do, Larry?
Playing with David?
Yeah.
Well, let's see, we would play. We do have a way to show a forcing hand, 2 hearts artificial. I suspect that relays to 2 spades. That's almost surely what that does.
They're calling it copish, so we don't. So
Yeah,
it's related to
related 2 spades, and now he can bid 2-0 to show a big balanced hand, or he can bid 3 diamonds. It's just one of those hard hands to bid. It falls in between the cracks.
And of course, he doesn't know his partner has 5 hearts yet. So
oh no, he
they
knows
don't have any
nothing.
place to go yet.
He knows nothing, but if he bids 2-0, now his partner is going to transfer to hearts. And now he might pre-accept, he might jump to 4, and now there's a chance. But honestly, this is not a great auction, and it's just not a good hand for a strong club auction now that I think about it.
All right, so he is transferring the hearts. And you think he might jump to 4 hearts, and you think that'll, I can't see that inciting.
No, he
his
bid only
partner.
3 hearts. Yeah, he could do many pre-accepts. I don't think 3 spades would be a splinter, no, Ewan, but it would be some sort of pre-accept. Okay, meantime, on the right side of the screen, we have
on the other
on the left side, right on the left side, North was a dealer and did
cool
not
bid here.
open. Yeah, North did not open. I would have at favorable. I would have opened a spade. East
Sure.
opened a weak 2 bid in hearts, and West
And this is
is
special key
card.
card. This is
Key card.
mine, preempt
he was
key
kidding.
card. Shall I explain, or? I
So,
think
okay,
I
you
will.
could explain key. Yeah, a lot of people play
All
jump
right.
to 4 clubs over preempt as key
So
card.
here's how this works. When you open 2 of anything, or you open 3 diamonds, or 3 of anything except clubs, 4 clubs, jumping to 4 clubs is a special preempt key card. And the answers are 0. First step is 0. Second step is 1 without the queen. Third step is 1 with the queen. Then 2 without the queen, and then 2 with the queen, because that's the most you could ever have is ace, king, queen. So he wants to know how many key cards he has here. And this is an easy slam now, because he'll show him that he's got no key
0.
cards, but he has to have the queen of hearts. You show
So
him
this,
zero key
yeah, he was
cards.
gonna bid 7 opposite a key card. He was gonna bid 7.
Correct.
Now, hopefully they know they've discussed some form of dopey. Now, granted, 6 hearts is lay down, but 6 spades is a good sacrifice at these colors, north, south, not follow.
Right.
See, it would have gone 1 spade, 4 spades against me. North would open 1 spade. I don't even know if East would come in and South would bid 4 spades. That's a completely different ball game, and I think that's what's going to happen at most of the tables.
So they gave him a chance, but now they've sort of ungiven him the chance. I think that West will bid 6 spades, 6 hearts anyway.
Yeah, but South's going to save now. I think
I don't know, with such a flat hand.
white on red.
I know, but he's got such a flat hand. You know, they're guessing. You know, not everybody knows how to handle.
So what is it down?
double or
1, 2,
spades.
3, 4, 5, 6. 1, it's down 5. 1, 3, 5, 8, 11. Remember they claim it's because of Marty Bergen. They changed the scoring. It used to be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It was
Larry,
much cheaper.
did you use your fingers just now?
Yes, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9.
Okay. So Hampson and Greco have gotten to 6 hearts, which they will just claim. And they didn't get a club lead, so it's even easier. Now they can, if they want, they can just rough a spade and pitch the clubs. Or they can pitch the spades and take a club finesse.
It could be slow. It's not clear how to play it at all. Because I mean,
Well, he's got very serious worries about a club rough, a diamond.
a diamond rough. You
Not
mean,
a
yeah.
diamond. So I think he just has to draw trump. And then from there, oh boy. Now what? If he draws trump,
Well,
he
he just
the club finesse.
no. He's just going to draw trump and play diamonds and throw spades.
Okay, and then just give up the club. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
so well done. Now, why did they get there? He transferred darts, but then East made a move. East at 4 no trump, probably quantitative. So probably 2 no showed like roughly 24-ish, and East, I don't know. Their ranges just West must have shown enough that East thought he had a quantitative 4 no bid. So they
Look
did
what's
really
happened
well.
look what's happened over by, how do you want to say it? Wildowski.
Wildowski. Yeah, so South Pass, West bid 5 spades. I guess they're not sure how many key cards they have now. Because if West thought it was 1 key card, he would have bid 7 hearts. And if he thought it was 0 key cards, he would have bid 6 hearts. So the fact that he bid 5 spades tells me, I'm not sure what form of dopey we play. Let's try to guess.
Yeah, that's a shame, because now there could easily be they could wind up in 7 hearts and they will get hammered.
There they are. 7 hearts.
There will be no mercy here.
Yeah, that's going to get doubled.
Yeah, that's a shame, because they had a nice potential auction to 6 spades, 6 hearts, and they screwed it up.
They screwed up dopey or depot or whatever it was. They screwed it up.
Can you show us, Iwan, could you show us the double, what the alert was, please?
I think it's a 0. It said 0 key cards. It said 0.
Okay, so
if West didn't know that, right?
So
double 0. Dopey is double as 0.
This is another partnership that is not well established. So I don't know if they played together before or not, but it's a shame, because they're both great players, but this is a silly error. And
yeah, so it's basically going to be more than 30 something in bleed right away for the favorite team. So anyone who wanted close match and fun, it's not a good start for the people rooting that way.
all right, well, we have the ability, Larry, to shift to another match. If this one's out of hand right now.
Oh, I don't think
21-0.
so. No, it's just the first of 8 sets. I think we can stick with this, and it's fun. It's nice to watch good bridge by the nickel team, because we watched George earlier, and it was very bad bridge on Monday, where we saw tons of mistakes, and now it's nice to of course Bodowski and Compton screwed up their methods here, but I enjoy watching good bridge, and so far the nickel team, even though I don't agree with Weinstein's pass, it sure worked out well.
Yeah, it sure did.
I think declarer is just going to concede down one. Notice the opening lead Levin made. It's possible this was a Leitner double asking for an unusual lead. You know, maybe his partner had a diamond void or something. So Levin led a diamond and the 9 just so he would be deceptive in case dummy had like ace, king, queen, 8 or something.
Yeah. All righty, here. On the right.
Well, here is probably a slam double dummy, but you wouldn't want to be in it because you're off at least the ace of spades, and then the diamond suit is a problem. But 6-no trump, 6-no trump by East is what the double dummy would say.
Oh, you're gonna make me throw up, Larry.
By giving double dummy.
6-no trump. I cringe.
Well, they have a lot of points. 7, 11, 12. What do they have? 7, 13 opposite 8, 4. No one's going to bid slam. I'm just saying it. So 1 diamond, 2 spades weak. West will bid 3 hearts and East will bid 3 no. And it'll be a boring deal to watch.
I think even double dummy, I think if you asked deep finesse, they'd say, "Are you crazy?" That would be the response. You'd have the
Well, you
double
need the
hook,
king. You need,
diamonds.
yeah. And the hearts run.
All righty. You have to keep south off lead or north off lead. You have to double hook the diamonds and you need the hearts to split. Other than
Well,
that,
oh, someone is listening to us, George, because I got a text. Maybe a club lead would beat 6-no double dummy. I don't think so. Club lead might break 6-no. Let's see. This is analyzing the ridiculous, but
yes,
ace of
yes,
clubs.
because you need 3 entries to take all the finesses. Now that takes one of your entries.
No,
away.
you don't. No, you
You-
don't.
you
You
have
win
to-
the ace of clubs and lead the jack of diamonds.
Okay, it goes king, ace.
I cast the king, queen of hearts. I play a club to the king. I run the hearts and then I run the diamonds. I'm going to fire the person who sent me that text.
Fair enough. By the way, I've just spoken to Ralph Katz, who says they usually play second and third now. So that's your system makes a lot of sense, Larry. You said that allows the pairs to get the maximum amount of rest around the short dinner hour.
Okay, and on the right side of the screen, we see, I'm very pleased to see that Jeff Hampson and Eric Greco bid it the way I like it, old school, and they have found their 4-4 spade fit. And as if nickel needed it, another swing for them, assuming 2 spades is a make.
So in 2 spades, they'll lose 2 spades. Can I do losers now?
Yes, in a suit contract, we count the losers.
Okay, so they'll lose 2 clubs and 2 spades and a diamond, and they'll make 2 spades.
Well, we don't know how many spades they're going to lose.
I know they're gonna lose 2 spades.
You never guessed the jack?
No, not once in my entire career. Oh, now.
You might guess it now.
Now, even I might guess it now.
Right, so just to recap, on the left side, we're going to see a boring 3-no trump. I think he might make 12 tricks. Why not? Ace of clubs. Well,
Don't you have the same 12 that you would have had?
you do, but is that how you would play it in 3?
Well, he's got safety. He can cash the king, queen of hearts.
Well, if he wants to
Oh,
make
I
12
see.
tricks.
No, wait a minute. If he plays the jack of diamonds, now he
What
might
if it-
play a diamond to the queen and keeping the jack of diamonds as an entry. Oh, there we go, Larry. Here, you're going to learn something. The 9 of diamonds instead of the jack.
Oh, that loses the singleton 10.
Look at that.
offside.
Now, if he spins it, so he did play it to the queen. He was looking for a cover, played it to the queen. He kept the hearts intact. He kept the club entry there. And he just, so he's going to get 5 hearts, 2 clubs, and 2 diamonds now, and maybe some other tricks.
Yeah, I'll probably make 10 tricks because once North gets in and plays a spade, something like 10 tricks.
Yeah. So, but the 9 of diamonds, you see, he played the 9 instead of the jack. Sometimes people cover with the 10.
And not these people.
No.
All right, so two spades made three, another swing for nickel. They're pitching a shutout. They're going to gain a huge swing on the next board on the right side of the screen.
Assuming they can stay out of 7 hearts.
Yeah. And Ewan pointed out to us that there was at least one table who sacrificed and 6 spades doubled. Okay, another north pass. White on red, George. King, queen, jack, fifth, and an ace. I don't know.
Are you
And
kidding me?
five, four,
I'm in
three.
there. Well, I might
Lead
open,
directing.
I might open 2 spades.
I
I
wouldn't
love
jump.
that. I love that bid with 5-card suit, good 5-card suit and shortness.
I just
If I
wouldn't
have a
pass.
5-card suit, it's mandatory to have shortness.
So what do we have on the left side of the screen? Looks like a boring spade part score. Well, I guess they're going to play in 1-0. 1-0 all pass. Definitely 1-0 all pass. Heart lead. And they're going to knock out the heart.
Well,
So
they're not
declare us
making
so
one
there's-
no.
Well, declares there's 4 hearts and 2 aces. But then what? He knocks out the spade, 3 spades are hard for 4. Actually, 1-0 is I think he'll
3?
make it. Won't he play a
Do we
he has to
count
guess the
winners?
clubs.
Larry, do we count winners in 1-0?
Yes, we count winners,
Alright,
although
so we get
let's count
3
the
spades and a
east-west
heart.
winner. Count the east-west winners first. They're gonna have 4 hearts and 2 aces. Declarer just has to guess clubs. He's gonna have 3 spades, a heart for 4, 2 9. No, he doesn't even have to guess clubs. He has 3 spades, a heart for 4, 2 9s for 6, club for 7, guaranteed plus 90. Let's go to board 12.
All right.
All right, that hand's analyzed. Now let's look on the right side.
The same bidding so far, 2 hearts,
Right.
a week 2 bid. Now, bear in mind that they're vulnerable against not. It's a good week 2 bid. And 4 clubs is key card again. How many key cards do you have? Now 4 spades has come in. There's the double. They are going to know what it means. Will you click on the double? I'm sure it'll show 0.
Yeah, whether you play dopey or deepo, the D stands for double. So double is
Sure.
either 0 or an even number of key cards.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, George, did you have notes when you played with Ralph?
Oh, sure.
Did you read them?
If I had to.
And did you see dopey in there and you'd read it a million times and it never came up?
Yes, and then it
And
came
so
up
then you
one
have to
time.
remember the one time it comes up, you have to remember.
Okay, here's the one time it came up. We're playing the semifinals of a Spingold in New York. We're up 71 imps going into the 4th quarter against nickel. And the Italian teammates decide they're going to take a set off because they're tired. They're going to wait for the final tomorrow. So in that set, one of the things that came up was 4 spade, 4 no trump, double, and nobody knew what it was. So at our table, we got the 6 spades. At the other table, Mextroth and Rodwell sort of got lucky and got the 7 spades, but they were being aggressive. They picked up 82 imps in the 4th quarter against us. 82 imps, count them, 82 imps to win that semifinal by 11. I'm over it, but I'll never be over it.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
82 imps.
Yeah, I'm sorry I brought it up. They seem to, the explanation, it said 0, I think, or dopey, I think.
Wow,
honest.
so even they're not sure. Hampson and Greco of all people. But he did the
they got it
practical thing and bid 6 hearts.
Yeah, I think Sal's going to sacrifice here. To me, it sounds like they know what they're doing. And it just, if you start counting on your fingers the way I did, it looks like 6 spades will be profitable.
Yeah.
Of course, when your teammates are in 7 hearts, there's not many imps at stake. I would guess it's maybe 1 imp at stake, if he's minus 1430, that feels like 16 or 17 imps to me. If he's minus 1100, that feels 13-ish. Oh, well. So they're going to get the full.
He didn't sacrifice, so it's the big number. It's 1430
Yes.
plus 200, 1630. Now look.
It's either 16 or 17.
Oh, I'm going to tell you. You don't have to guess.
All right.
1630 is 17.
you know, when before the computers did all this scoring and we compared scores with our teammates, you do it so many times, you know what all the comparisons are,
Well,
plus
maybe
600 and
Gary
plus.
Kohler would know what these numbers were, but you and I wouldn't.
Yeah, you know what plus 600 plus 100 win 12, plus 450 plus 50 win 11. You know those in your sleep, but this
There's only
we
two
don't.
people in bridge, that Gary Kohler and Walter Schaefer, that would know what like the doubled, making and over trick contracts were worth and how they aped out and what the score was. And it's embarrassing because they live with the double and redouble cards. They actually have them under their pillows at night. They take them to the dry cleaners and they walk them like a dog. It's very nice what they do, but only
So
they
they know
know.
all the swings. So
Yeah.
this is going to be 43-0. Nick and Ralph, if you're listening to us, I take it you're happy. Your boys are playing very well. And you know, that's what it comes down to in these things. If you just sit there and play good bridge and let your opponents give you imps, I mean, same thing in match points. You just don't make mistakes and let people make mistakes against you. To me, that's the formula. It's not that you have to do anything good. You just don't do anything bad and watch the bad bridge around you. And there's always plenty of that to go around.
Larry, you work with a lot of students and I work with some. And my number one thing to say to them is picture bridge is like Halloween. And you're walking around with a bushel basket collecting candy. And you go to each table and you say trick or treat. And you hope that they will give you a treat. And you collect those treats. And the idea is to go home at the end of the night with those treats intact and not give them back to the opponents. So focus on collecting from the opponents, but not giving them back. Or
Absolutely.
a baseball analogy was accept walks, but don't issue walks.
Yeah,
Walks are
very
bad.
good analogies. And the way I say it, it's a game of mistakes. And my students, you know, they want to learn upside down Lebenszahl. Forget that. Just sit there and try to do the basics right. Don't do stupid things. You don't have to learn brilliant things. You just have to avoid dumb mistakes.
We're all going to make mistakes. You know, the greatest bridge player in history, whoever that might be, is going to make 5 to 10 mistakes in a 15 board match. It's just impossible not to. You know, look at here, Hampson and Greco, one of the most established pairs ever. They've been playing together for more than 20 years, and he wasn't sure that double showed 0 key cards. You know, everybody makes mistakes. This wasn't a mistake, but he didn't know for sure.
So on the left, it's taking a long time, but one no trump is going to make the 7 chicks.
A no trump, 2 diamonds showing 1 major, double showing 5 hearts, and then back to 2 hearts. A no trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts.
That's an interesting treatment that they play double shows hearts over that.
Wow.
I guess they play system on. Double must show hearts and hearts must show spades, I'm guessing.
I like it. And now 3 no trump, you have a choice. Wow. So that's a very good way to handle it. I tend to play, when they bid a 2 diamonds over my 1 no trump, Claude and I play that you assume they bid spades and you just bid accordingly. So you just have to have some way to handle that bid. So we assume they bid spades and bid accordingly.
Okay, so on the left side of the screen, one no did make 1, and now north-south look to have a spade slam. I've been in worse contracts than 7 spades. In fact, I'd say 7 spades is, well, that's a little pushy. I'd settle for 6 spades. I think they'll
Natural
get
1
to,
diamond opening followed by, oh, Robbie
it's
had a
going to go
Flannery
diamond, a
opening.
heart, a spade. It's going to go diamond, a heart, a spade, and South's going to bid probably 4 diamond splinter.
Yeah,
And
but South is mad here, Larry.
he
By
didn't get to
North
open
opening,
Flannery.
he took
Huh?
away
Yeah.
the Flannery opening.
That's right. So I like a diamond, a heart, a spade, 4 spades, 4 diamond splinter, and then Blackwood. And it would be ambitious to bid 7, but we've been 7 is a lot of handling. I think 7 is greedy.
Yeah, they
So
won't be
once-
able to find out about the queen of clubs ever.
So why was one spade alerted? Ewan, can we see why one spade was alerted? Did that say promise an unbalanced hand? So they also rebid one no with a 4-card spade suit balanced. Disappointing. All right, so I like 4 diamonds by South, but maybe he's too strong for that. Or the other choice would be 4 suit forcing.
I like the splitter. I don't like the being limited in a splinter.
Well, I think Splinter should be somewhat limited. Okay, so he did Splinter, and North has enough to make a move. He might bid 4 hearts, which I think North might just use Blackwood, key card Blackwood here, and he's going to hear 2 with. Then if he asks for kings, and South can show the king of hearts specifically.
God, if he bids
He
4
might.
hearts, Larry, South might bid Blackwood.
Oh, yeah, they're going to get to slam. It's just a question of should they bid 7 and do they want to bid 7?
All right.
13 tricks. So the Goo team, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, is on the board because they made. Oh no, that was Nickel who made 13 tricks and 3
How
now.
on earth we didn't watch the play there, but
Well, they
that's-
probably got a spade lead. They won the jack, and now they led the jack at diamonds, and they took the 12 tricks we talked they could plus the spade trick. So they probably I'm going to guess that's what happened, even though I wasn't watching.
I'll bet they led the 9 of diamonds though, not the jack.
All right, so North did use Blackwood, 2 with, and now will he try for 7 is the question.
Well, he could
And-
bid 6 clubs here, asking for 3rd round control.
Well, I think the king of hearts is more valuable to find out about. I think he's going to bid 5 no. If he's looking for
Well,
7.
Wait, why would you do that? He doesn't know he has 5 hearts. He might only have 4 hearts. How does 1 pitch help him? Or that would
Well,
be 2
that-
pitches if he has a king. It still wouldn't help him. So,
Yeah, he pitched to the 3 of clubs and the 5 of clubs on the
all right,
hearts.
so he's going to find out he has the king of hearts. How does that help him?
Well, now he knows he can throw the clubs on the ace king of hearts and maybe cross off 13
Oh, I see.
tricks.
I'm
But there is
sorry.
a
Pitching
but
2
that-
clubs is the answer.
Okay.
You're
All
right.
right, so 5 no probably asks for specific kings because there's
Yes.
room, and 6 hearts has the king of hearts. I think he's going to bid 7 now that he asked. He doesn't know the jack of spades is missing, and if his partner has the major suit jacks, for example, jack of spades, jack of hearts, 7 would be up almost lay down. South has none of those jacks. So 7 spades is a lot of work. The 10 of spades is a somewhat useful card in that
But you
you
have a
know,
problem here with the hearts going 5-2 because
you do,
he would-
you
he would
do. I don't
try and
even
set
know
up the
yet.
heart suit, and he needs them to be 4-3, and they're not.
Yeah, I don't
So-
even know if 7 spades makes.
Well, you're the one that told them to bid it.
I did. I just suggested that they might that they'd bid 6. Now, the one argument against bidding 7 is, maybe the other table doesn't even get to 6. Then what's the point?
Yes, that is a very key thing. They have to know they have a great set going. So bidding 7 is sort of pushy, aggressive, and
Okay, so it's double dummy. Thank you. Ewan, double dummy, it makes 7. Single dummy, it might not, though. This is going to take a long time to play. I mean, it's very complicated how to play it. Let's say, this trump lead's sort of helpful. Let's say you win this, cash the queen of hearts. That looks normal. Which
maybe
hand
rough
do
a
you even?
diamond and hope play for the hearts to be 3-4.
Yeah, that's I
I
could.
don't know.
I mean,
how
double
else you
dummy.
could play it.
Yeah, double dummy it makes, that's nice, but single dummy, it's not so clear. And while we're looking, we can ignore the right side because they're in that same 1 no that's going to make the same 7 tricks. So let's just focus on how we would play 7 spades single dummy, just looking at the actual dummy, and then how does it even make double dummy? Let's see.
I
Is
imagine there's going to be a club, a squeeze of some sort. let's see, West is gonna have to hold diamonds and East is gonna have to hold hearts. Maybe neither of them can hold clubs at the end. When
We'll
when the
see.
hearts fail to split, maybe he has to rely on a squeeze of sorts.
But I think, I mean, isn't he just gonna lay down the queen of hearts, get to dummy and try the
Yes.
ace, king of hearts?
Yes,
And that's gonna
trick
get
two.
rough. And then he's dead, because he's gonna have to lose a club trick. You know, he's gonna can kick and scream all he wants, he's gonna lose a club trick. So I don't see how he's gonna make this. I don't even see how you make it double dummy. I mean, I believe it. If you click double dummy and it says you make it, you make it, but
Yeah, I think double dummy has to come down to a squeeze. So let's see, you could win, you want to rough as many diamonds as possible. So let's say you do this. Let's say you win the spade and rough a diamond, and you come back to the queen of hearts and rough a diamond. So now you're down to one diamond in your hand. And now you play, now you draw trump, and you have two hearts in dummy to pitch the two clubs, and you're only left with one diamond. You're left with a club and dummy, a diamond in your hand, and hearts and dummy. So,
well, now that he got this
How-
hopeful
squeeze.
trump lead, and I got help from a text. Now that he got this helpful trump lead, George, how about just trump three diamonds in dummy? Then the queen, then, in other words, win this. Ace of diamonds, rough a diamond.
Heart-
Come to your
heart to
hand,
the-
rough a diamond, heart to your queen, rough. In other words, rough three diamonds in dummy. Now with this helpful lead.
so now you get 7 trump tricks, 3 hearts, a diamond, and 2 clubs. 7, 3, 2, 1. That makes 7 tricks.
Yeah. So if he can rough three diamonds in dummy and maybe the double dummy, even without the helpful trump lead, double dummy, you could have roughed the 3 diamonds in dummy and then finessed against the jack of spades.
All right, so now we want to play ace of diamonds and rough, then a
Mhm.
heart to the queen and a diamond rough, and then come to the king of clubs.
Or you might be an entry short. Oh, yeah, you're
No, you
okay.
can
Yeah,
you
you're
can-
okay.
you can
Trump
get
the
there in,
diamond, then trump a heart, and then draw trump, and then back to the ace of clubs. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
Rough
you can
three
trump a
diamonds.
heart low and draw trump with the ace king.
Right. So, and that probably is the right line now that he got this helpful trump lead. With, see, without the trump lead, you could still do it. Ace of diamonds, rough a diamond, heart to the queen, rough a diamond, come to your hand, rough a diamond high, and finesse against the jack of spades.
I
But
don't
I
know,
don't know if you
with
would
a
do
heart
that.
lead, I mean, you could always finesse the spade yourself. So that's
So in a
why I'm saying
heart
is
lead,
even
you
without
could
a spade
go
lead.
ace of diamonds, rough a diamond. Spade to your ace, rough a diamond, club to your king. Oh boy, and I don't know. It's very complicated.
Yeah. But I think the easier way to get it done, though, is to play for hearts 4-3. That just seems more normal.
Right, but now that he got the trump lead, I think he's gonna assume spades are not 4-1 because nobody's gonna lead from a singleton trump on this auction or a short of the jack. So yeah, I think he's got it. This is actually not that hard.
How come it took us like 30 minutes looking at all the hands to figure it
Not
out?
only that, I
It's
got a
not that
text to
hard.
help, and I got a text to help me. Well, it took Weinstein a few minutes, but it looks like he's figured it out. I think he's on the path.
Well, this is certainly a huge swing. I think it's less likely they'll get to 6 and 7 in the other room.
And they might not make it. Ewan's been giving us good information. Is anyone in 7 spades at the other tables, Ewan? He's looking now.
Ewan,
Ewan McGregor. There's 1 in 4 spades. See, that's why you shouldn't bid 7.
how did they do in 6 spades? Are they still playing it?
Well, there's 1 in 4 spades.
Oh,
Both are
both
making
making
6
six,
is
of course.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so nobody's in 7.
Now here he's opened a no trump with a singleton queen. It's
Which is
allowed.
legal, but I don't like it.
No. It's imps in match points, sure, all day long, but in imps you want to be more safe, better safe than sorry. Now your partner with 5 hearts is never gonna let you out of hearts. If they had 6, you'd be playing hearts.
So I don't think with this start, they're not going to get to 7. There's no chance South is going to get them to 7. Yeah,
Well-
and Weinstein's continuing on the winning line here, it looks like. We'll play a club to the king. Now, is there any reason we see the winning
Oh, you're
line
up
now?
high. He didn't
That
need to,
makes-
it's gonna work
oh.
out, but that was
No,
a-
now I think he's going to go after hearts now, maybe.
yeah.
I think he's relying on hearts. See, he's not going to trump another diamond. Now that he roughed it high, he's not going to trump another diamond.
Yeah, if he had trumped with the 10, he'd still have the, so he's gonna go down now.
Well, unless there's a squeeze, which there might be. Let's see, ace of spades, king of spades. Club to the dummy. Is there? I think there's going to be a squeeze. He's going to make it on a squeeze now. Club to the ace. He's going to take the ace, king of hearts, and West is going to get squeezed in the
I
minors.
told you there was gonna be a squeeze.
Well, I mean, I don't know if this was the right line as opposed to trumping both diamonds and dummy, but this is certainly going to work in a funny
Yeah.
way.
Poor West, he's screwed.
Yeah, because East had to throw a club already.
Yeah, East had to keep 3 hearts, there's no question.
Right, and now West is squeezed. Beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful how it happened. I don't know if that was the right way to play it, but that is very, you don't often see a grand slam made on a squeeze on live television. Very, very impressive.
Well, he had 2 shots at the apple. If hearts split, he was making it. And if they didn't split, he had this extra opportunity.
As opposed to trumping both diamonds and dummy, which to me, I'm thinking that was better, but who can figure out such things?
Wow. Well, Cats and nickel might sit out the whole match now. There's no
So on
reason
the
for them to
right-
come in.
On the right, they're going to get to 6 spades and lose 13 imps. And on the left, it looks like a very routine, boring 3-no trump. 8 tricks when the club finesse. Well, maybe it's not completely boring because there's not a 9th trick yet. Diamonds don't split, heart lead, club finesse. Well, actually, 3-no trump.
Do you go
It's not-
after? Do you go after the diamonds for? Well, actually, you'll find out that they don't split, and then you can still have time to go after the spades.
Right, but say they lead a heart, you lose a club finesse, they play another heart, and
Yeah.
now you don't have time to go after the spades. Because their hearts are going to be good.
All
So
right,
maybe
let's
3-no
go-
is not so boring. I think 3-no is
All
going to go down. Club, pass the
We shall
diamond.
see.
One
All right,
heart.
it's going to club, a no trump, 2 clubs, 2 spades, 3 hearts, showing shortness somewhere, a slam try with a spade good, 3 spades, 4 diamonds, shortness, 5 clubs is, he's offered key card. Rather, nobody's asked, but he's offered it anyway. That's really nice. Nobody's asked me, and I'm going to tell you what I have anyway in key cards. So 0 or 3 key cards. Just, hey, in case you're interested, here's what I have. 0 or 3, now he knows he has all the key cards. So it's going to be up to South to make the move here. North is limited. So what will South do? He'll probably bid 6 clubs. Yes,
They're going to get to 6 spades. George, I say 3-no can't make now. Now at first I said it was boring, and now I say can't make.
Um,
Heart lead. Even if you play double dummy and play a club to the ace and a spade up, I'm right. It can't make double dummy. Ewan just told me.
You mean Ewan?
I'm saying Ewan McGregor. We're going to
That's
drive him
right.
crazy.
It's not easy being old.
All right, so they're going to definitely get to 3-no, and I think they're definitely going to go down. How's that?
All right, well, they're playing 6 spades in this hand, and they will have no trouble making 6 spades.
And lose
It's a
13
favorable
imps.
spade lead again. He won't even try for 7. He'll just try for 6. So he'll ruff a couple diamonds, draw some trump, pitch a couple clubs.
Club, that's a diamond.
There really isn't any point in trying for 7, especially when he finds out the hearts don't split.
So I guess on the left side of the screen, 3 clubs was forcing. That's not obvious to me that it was forcing, but I guess it's obvious to them.
A club, a diamond, a heart, pass, double, pass a spade, 3 clubs. How could that not be forcing?
Well, because usually jumps to the 3 level and suits previously bid are invitational.
Well, by responder, aren't they all usually?
No, because you use 4th suit, you can Q bid. You know, diamond, heart, a spade, 3 spades. That's usually invitational.
Yeah,
A club, a thing, 3 clubs,
True.
invitational. But they played it as forcing. They knew it was forcing, and now,
Here's how you make
he's-
it, Larry. You duck the first heart trick.
oh yeah, hold up play. I see.
Yeah. And
I don't
that
think
way-
even if you
that
could,
way-
that wouldn't help. West has all the entries. You're going to make a hold up play that you can't make, and West has all the entries anyway.
Are you going to spoil my fun?
Mhm.
All right, so you're right, Larry. This has no play whatsoever. What looks so promising at the beginning is no play. All right, he's roughed the diamond on the right side. He'll come back to probably the queen of hearts, rough another diamond, and he should rough with the 10. I don't think anything bad could happen, but I suppose it's possible.
He's
Yeah,
roughing.
maybe
There's
then-
your rough.
Now you could come to the king of clubs and rough another diamond if you so desired, but now you'd be giving up. No, the spades are good now. Do you hear dogs?
Yeah, from your view graph.
This is kind of a dog of a match, so
So it looks to me, since the score is going to be 59-0 soon, that for the second segment, and probably all 8 segments, this is the last we're going to see of the nickel team, because this match doesn't rate to be very interesting.
correct.
I'm doing the 3rd segment today. George, I'm going to miss you.
Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. I have some meetings today. This is and actually a pretty good team that Nickel's playing, and I'm surprised that they have just looked like roadkill here. But they have.
Oh, so
There's
We
the
know-
accidental same squeeze. Look at this. He's
the
gonna
squeeze
make
for
7
7. Yeah,
on
7 on the same
accidental squeeze.
That's funny. Yeah, same position. So at the other tables, 3-0 has been played twice already on the left side of the screen. It made on the queen of diamonds lead, and it went down on a heart lead. Not surprising.
Yeah.
We're going to see it down on a heart lead. Maybe West didn't get into the bidding, and therefore East led the queen of diamonds, or maybe West got into the bidding and East said, I don't care that you bid hearts, I'm leading the queen of diamonds anyway.
How can West not bid with that, even though it's kind of ugly hearts? We'd all be in there bidding a heart.
Maybe the level
if given
got
the
too high.
opportunity.
Maybe they opened a weak no trump, for example, 1-0, 3-0.
Yeah, that could be. Well,
Your dogs are noisy, George.
well, that's their jobs, Larry. I mean, they're protecting us from intruders and invaders and aliens. They just went to the groomers, all 4 of them. They went to the groomers. They're back home. They're excited. They're talking about it. If a dog walks by our house, it's like World War III.
So the East led a diamond against 3-0, even though his partner overcalled on the 2 level. 1 club pass, 2 clubs inverted. West bid 2 hearts,
Who
and
did
East.
that? That's disease.
That's with Jack and a heart, and your partner bids hearts on the 2 level, and you don't lead one.
I want to
we
know
don't-
who did that so I can expose them. Who did that?
All right.
We don't protect anybody here. Kevin Dwyer. Now he knows better. There's no reason not to lead your miserable queen, jack, 10 of diamonds when you don't have an entry. Just lead the jack of hearts like a good partner and beat the contract. All right. So Sean overcalled 2 hearts and Kevin ignored him. That's terrible. He will be properly punished. All righty, back here, we're just waiting to go down.
On the left side, if Compton throws another diamond, Declare is in business, but I don't see that happening.
Wait a minute, is that true? He could duck a diamond, but let's see.
He's not going to throw another diamond. I don't.
Oh, no, he won't. He won't. No, he won't. Keeping 4 to the 9 is rarely needed.
All right, so on the right side, the Jack of Hearts leads, same situation basically, and we assume it's going to be 3-0 down at both tables.
Yeah, so where there was a potential for nickel to finally lose an imp or two, now they are going to get a push. I mean, this is a bad board for nickel, just getting a push.
Well, you would expect it's very normal to get to 3-0. They're certainly going to get to game with 26 highs, so I don't see how they weren't going to reach game on the right side.
Well, nickel is a very useful 59-0 lead. And I suspect that the entire match will go this way. It's very disheartening when you come back. Each side knows they had a bad set, but when you come back and it's 59-0, and who knows where it'll wind up? It could be less, could be more, but 59-0, you come back and you just now it's hard to get a second pair to play the second set. Both of them want to sit out. So I'm in China with Ralph and me and Eric Kokish and George Middleman and Fred Gittleman, and it was like this in the second set there. We couldn't find anybody that wanted to play. Somebody else was there too. Neither pair wanted to play. That's happened to me many times. We had a grueling quarter semifinal match in the team trials once in Memphis. And I was playing with a replacement player. Claude was on the team because Bobby Goldman died. And both the other pairs came to me for the final and said, "We're exhausted. We don't want to start." I said, "You have to start. One of you has to start." And then I go to Claude and I say, "Look, you've got to play." He hadn't played in 3 days, right? He says to me, "I'm pretty tired."
George,
He started.
East threw a diamond.
Oh, that is such a bad play there.
What? I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he thought Declarer had 1 diamond. No, he couldn't think that. He knew everything. Oh, maybe he thought Declarer was 4-4-1-4.
He kept 4 to the 9
kept
of
4.
spades to pitch his protect. He's looking at the dummy.
Oh my goodness. He probably thought Declarer had 1 diamond and he kept all his spades.
Based
Oh,
on
another.
What would have made him think that?
Oh my God, this is
That's
getting ridiculous.
terrible.
So that's going to be another 12 imps to nickel. So on the 7 spade contract, it's now been played 8 times at all 8 tables. There was 1 Grand Slam for a win against 6. 1 match was a push in 6, and the other 2 matches, they were in 6 and 4 for a swing against a game and a small slam.
Well,
So that's
goes to
another
what
reason
you
not
said,
to bid
Larry.
the
You
grand.
said one of the reasons to not bid a grand is sometimes your
Mhm.
opponents don't even get to 6.
Right.
So the difference between 6 and 4 and 7 and 4 is minimal, but the risk is much greater.
So this is a hard thing to do. I mean, on the left side of the screen, Compton and Valdovsky, both, good, competent, good players, and they're just getting drilled and having, now it's their own fault. At first it was their opponents doing good things, and it's very hard to, 1 imp to go. What happened? Did 3-0 make 4? How did that happen? We missed that. Can we go, is there a way to see what happened?
Idea.
3-0
that
made
is-
4 on
that
the
is
Jack of Hearts
newsworthy.
lead. He's
That
going to
is
look.
shock-
Ewan's
We're
going
gonna
to look
find
and
out.
see, he's going to look and see what went wrong, because the Jack of Hearts was led. I think you can put it up and replay it for us. We can get rid of this, which is on the screen, and replay it. because there's nothing too exciting happening here. We're going to see why 3 no made. Let's see. That's not that one. It's a different one. Yeah, this one. All right, with Jack of Hearts lead. And Declare presumably lost the club finesse. Oh, maybe they switched to spades. They probably switched to spades, yeah. Because there was no bidding. Yeah, and he didn't know. For all he knew, the diamonds were running. So he switched to Hampson switched to spades. He didn't know. All right, I can see that happening.
Larry, I got a story for you. This reminds me. So Claude and I are in Cleveland at a regional. We play in the midnight knockout. We played 31 boards. And if you got knocked out, you could get back in. Ralph Katz and Martha got knocked out twice and got back in. We played them in the final. We won the event. Our final IB score was 180-2. And they had a daily bulletin there. And they came to me and they said, how did you lose the 2? And I admitted that I had king, queen, 10, 9, 7th of hearts opposite 2 small. And I played a heart to the king and then I played a heart to the 10. And that's how I lost 2 imps. And it was
that sounds like 1 imp, but
well, no, it was 2 imps. I lost whatever it was. Don't argue with me. That's how I lost 2 imps. It was 180-2.
okay. So on the left side, East-West are headed towards some game, maybe 5 diamonds.
I don't know. They've bid diamonds 4 times already.
5 diamonds is a nice contract.
Well, they've only bid spades once. They've only bid clubs once. They've only bid hearts twice. So diamonds seems to be winning.
It's a new way to analyze an auction. 1 diamond, 1 no. Well, it's a hard hand to respond to 1 diamond when 1 diamond could be short, because you don't. I would have bid 2 diamonds inverted the way we play, but anyway, 1 diamond, 1 no. 2 clubs could be a shape
Doesn't
like
that
this.
usually show both minors or something? Can you tell us what 2 clubs shows, please? I'm putting my cursor on it like it'll help, but it won't. No, at the other table, they bid 2 clubs, either suit longer, 4+, in theory. I thought it showed both minors. We're looking at the closed room, Hampstead and Greco. 1 diamond could be short. So now when they bid 2 clubs, they're showing, in theory, both minors.
It could be this shape, though. All right, so on the left side, they did reach the excellent 5 diamond contract. It's on sort of 1 of 2 finesses. You're going to lose a spade chick. And the heart finesse is right. The diamonds are wrong. So it's going to make exactly 5 diamonds.
Now look at
There's
here.
no bad breaks.
Hampstead and Greco, the precision pair, have stopped in 3 diamonds. They're going to suffer a terrible fate here.
They're going to actually lose 6 imps. And it was a good game. Diamond, 1 no, 2 clubs, 3 diamonds, invitational, pass. Yeah, it's just a nice fit. You know, you have 1 little opposite 3 little in spades, nothing wasted. Everything's working. So it's a nice game. 75% sort of, 1 of 2 finesses.
Would you care to explain to the audience, Larry, how that math works? Because while we know it's true, it seems counterintuitive to a lot of people that are listening. Could you please explain it?
Oh my God, you think I'm a math teacher? Well,
this one you can handle.
When you need 1 out of 2. I don't know that I have a good way to explain it. I mean, you could, well, I mean, I would just do it by brute force. Let's say it's 2 kings. You need 1 of them right. There's 4 possibilities. Both are wrong, both are right, or 1 and 1. So that's 3 out of 4. That wasn't very good, was it? Can you do it better?
No, I can't do better. I mean,
there's 4 layouts and it's 1 out of 4. Ewan, thanks for getting reports on the other matches, which are much closer and much lower scoring. And I suspect we'll switch to one of those.
Yeah, Fleischer's up by 31. Leibovitz is on the board, now down 11-1. That's how can they have such a tiny match there. Rosenthal's up 31-5. And Leibovitz is about to pick up a swing on 13 for making that 3 note, despite the initial spade lead when West switched to heart lead when West switched to spades, like we saw here. So now it's 15-11 in that match. That would be Rosenthal up, or who's Leibovitz playing? I don't know. I can't see it.
Simpson.
Simpson. So Simpson's up 15-11. I think Simpson is just delaying the inevitable, but we'll see.
Well, I think Simpson has a chance in that match. This match, I didn't think was going to be close, and now sure doesn't look that way.
Well,
but
you know
who
what?
knows?
It's hard to come in cold too. The other teams have been playing for 2 days. It's hard. It's difficult to come in cold. It's a scientific fact.
But you could also argue you're fresh, you're not tired.
Well, yes and no. I mean, part of getting in shape with bridge is, you know, when they race horses, they run them, they lather them up, and they practice them, and they get them, you know, really lathered up, and it's part of what makes them successful when they do race. Was that a good analogy? Not really, was it?
By your grading it on a curve for you, I think that was pretty good.
I should have used a dog track analogy, but I didn't think of it in time.
All right, so it's 5 diamonds, given all the terrible things that have happened on the left side of the screen, in any danger, I can't see it. They did screw around with the club shift. They shifted to the 2 of clubs to the queen and king. I don't think DeClaire is going to fall for that, though. Now he'll take a diamond finesse and then a heart finesse, you would think. Oh, he's playing diamonds from the top.
That's an interesting thing to do. Now
Well,
the
he can
heart
play
finesse.
ace of clubs and ruff of club first to give himself an extra chance, right? Ace of clubs, ruff of club.
And in fact, that's a good chance.
And
Wilson takes the
then-
hook here.
Then you
There
don't
you
need
go.
the heart finesse,
Okay,
right?
well
Ace of
played.
clubs, ruff of club,
Well played.
right?
So now
Now
he's
he
gonna make 6.
right, and now he should give. He does have to give up a trump now. He can't play a heart to the
Oh,
ace.
2B, yes, he has to.
He can't play a heart to the ace, but yeah, he's careful. He's playing a trump, and now he'll claim.
Yeah.
It's one of those rare positions where you do have to draw the high trump by removing it. Of course, the heart
Because
finesse
otherwise
would have
they can
worked.
Cash something when they get in, yes. Or you keep- they
Okay,
can prevent you
big
from
swing for Goo, 6 imps.
All right.
And
cashing. Look at
so
the north
now-
hand here.
George, they opened 2 clubs, so you're gonna tell me you don't like that, right?
I'm okay with this one because you have you know where you're gonna play. So I'm okay with this one. So it's gonna go 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 spades, which is cokish. And now he'll just simply bid 3 hearts.
Although he
showing
could
I-
bid 3 spades to show 2 suitor, but yeah, 3 has, you know, this is a grand slam on a finesse, 50-50.
I don't know that you need to bid show spades here. You know where you're gonna play. You're gonna bid in hearts. I don't like 4 hearts unless that has special meaning.
Yeah, well, some people do. I know it's a form of cokish. I forget who came up with this variation where 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs shows hearts, because that's the most common. You invert them, but anyway, 4
But even
hearts.
3 hearts, I mean, he's saying we're playing hearts. I guess this is similar to 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 hearts. We're playing hearts, show your aces. So maybe
I
they're
think-
playing this as forcing.
Well, with 2 aces and the 10 of hearts, South's certainly going to make a move.
You know,
I would
bear in
think.
mind that he's opened 2 clubs on a 17 count. So it's a great hand, but maybe he's retreating a little bit here.
So Weinstein also on the left opens 2 clubs. I agree. I mean, that's a really good hand. And I mean, it's 10 trick. You have 10 tricks in your hand. I know
Yeah,
some
I
people
don't
count
like it.
losers.
He's
I don't do
bidding
that.
That's bidding from fear. He's put too much pressure on his partner, although his partner's already made a game forcing bid. 2 diamonds is game forcing. So he's got 2 bare aces and nothing, a flat hand. I don't think his partner can bid again. I think this is
Well,
terrible
2
by
aces.
North. Terrible. He
I mean,
opened up-
think of it this way, George. Opposite ace 5th of spades, you have a grand slam on a finesse. That's a fork. That's how good that north hand is.
Right, but he didn't show it. He's saying, I want to play
Right.
4 hearts, and that's
Right,
terrible.
right. Right.
He should have
It's
bid
too good a
3
hand.
hearts and let partner help out. So he has bid 4 spades. That'll be key card, I'm sure. And they will get to, as long as he could, well, it won't even help to show the void.
Yeah, I think, 2 aces opposite of 2 club openings. All right, so on the left, Weinstein did in fact go the way you thought.
Well, it's just normal.
Yeah,
It's
so
just
they haven't
normal
gotten
to say,
around to
I
the
have a
inversion I
great
mentioned.
hand with hearts. What can you show me?
Yeah, well, Sal's gonna now control bid. I think, 4 diamonds would surely be a diamond control. 3 spades is maybe not as clear. Since
Why not?
3, well, because
Why not,
3
Larry?
no's still in the pic, 3 no's still in the picture.
Well, then they would pull it to 4 diamonds, then you'd know. Wouldn't you?
Right, but this way 4 diamonds is, hey, I'm slamming in hearts, whereas 3
Fair enough.
spades and now partner bids 4 hearts. You didn't get it off your chest. But if you are doing controls, you do them in order. So
Well, over 4 diamonds, if you bid 4 spades. Wow, he says he's got a 4 good heart raise, 10 and 1. Okay. Minimum key card, key. What's KK? I think that was KC, minimum key card.
here's my
Minor key
raise.
card, minor. Who the hell knows? All right. Anyways, in Levin's mind, he has a good spade heart raise, which he does. That's true. He's got 2
Well,
hearts
minimum
and
at
2
least 2
aces.
kings, at least 2 kings. Now maybe exclusion, 5 diamonds exclusion. That's a little hungry though. Oh, only 4 hearts.
He's trying to sign off, but Levin won't let him.
2 kings, king of spades, king of clubs. So
Yeah.
on the right, they just jump to 6 hearts. And he'll draw trump, and it's gonna take 1 second. Now, since these guys are playing with tablets, he'll just ask his screen mate who has the king of spades, and he'll just type in 12 tricks or 13 tricks. You don't have to play it out. It's not like you're at home and you don't know. You can just ask the person sitting next to you and claim the appropriate number of tricks. Just like at the table, you would say, all right, here, I'm making 6 or 7. You just show your hand. So we'll just see a claim.
Unless they let a club, then you couldn't do that anymore.
Well, you'd play to a
club,
10 of hearts and
oh, you
throw
have the
the
ace of
thing.
diamonds. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, no, if they lead a club, you couldn't take the finesse anymore.
Yeah, you go to the 10 of hearts, throw the club.
Ah, okay, the 10 of hearts is there. It's not, as I'm looking at it, it's not there anymore, but it was there.
It used to be there.
Yeah. All right, Levin.
All right, this is the
4
final board.
spades.
So of the first, so thank you, Ewan, for all the support and help. It was fun. I'm giving you a thumbs up.
Yeah.
George, thank you to you and your dogs.
We're all happy to please you, Larry. We're here whenever you need us.
All right,
Who
Wes
are you
did
doing the 3rd set with? A real big player?
David Berkowitz. Have you heard of
Oh
him?
my God, I pay to see that one. Sorry, I'm sorry to miss that.
Well, George, it's always a pleasure. I just wish we had more people who could find us. Maybe, I know at least one did, because I got some texts.
How many people do we have watching, Ewan?
1. I think that means wait 1 second.
He's kidding.
That means wait 1 second, but he went like this.
You've got 72 direct on Twitch, and then a bunch more through the USBF site.
So what was the total on Twitch?
72 on Twitch.
72, Larry, that's our record. And then
How
a
much
bunch
do
more.
how much do we earn per person? What's our contract say?
Oh,
1 silver master point per person.
1
Oh,
silver
that's not
master
bad.
point per person. Hey, now we're talking. All right,
And thank you to both of you for the commentary, of course.
thank you. Weinstein did jump to 6 hearts, so
Yeah.
this will be a push board. The finesse will lose in both hands. Larry, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Ewan, thank you for all your help. We appreciate it. Thank you to Jan Bartel and Chris for the support. Jan works like a dog, and also Al. So what a great team. Have a great day, and we'll see you later. Larry, good luck, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.